Good evening, chefs and chipettes. Roggor here, and welcome back to Baruk-Gunud, the lonely volcano. Ooh, Miri has created a legendary dwarven stool. Okay, random thing to make legendary. What's its artwork? Orimba's vomit. Oh, in the lunchroom, how nice. This furniture bears a portrayal of Orimba running towards a pirate wearing a lonesome look in his eyes. A town smokes in the distance. The hyper-realistic style of the central scene clashes with the complex and realised depiction of the background. Besides that, there is a village near the edge of the image. This artwork relates to Orimba's caravan defeating an enemy stronghold on 8th of September, 5501. You know what, I think it's a good thing I'm not trying to illustrate Rimworld just yet, because I have no idea how the bloody hell I draw that. Ah, finally! Flint told Nararanch about his faith. Nararanch now believes in Mother Faith. So there we go, it finally starts to spread. And all he needed to do was work right next to two religious zealots for several days. You know, well, that's kind of how it spreads normally, isn't it? That and child indoctrination. Annoyingly, it looks like the Mother Faith has turned Nararancha into a complete pussy, seeing as now he's dropped his rifle and refuses to do any hunting. Okay, so we got 12 colonists, and 3 of them refuse to fight. Joy. Well, I suppose I can say I've got my 3 actual colonists right here. He's a good little mini Terrachichiwa. There we go, congregation is growing. At the very least, it gives them a nice, reliable happiness boost. And also a nice little bit of socialising as well. Oh, something otherworldly is stalking your colonists. Is it more bloody fishmen? That ain't fucking fish, whatever the hell it is. Migos. Okay, an insectile fungus with vast membranous wings, numerous segmented limbs, and a forest of stubby antennae for a head. They are of an inquisitive mind and seek the brains of lesser species to further their understanding. They don't just search out planets that contain minerals their own worlds lack. Oh joy. And yet they got the same thing as before. They're going to stand still. Right. Okay, let's get the defences sorted. It's okay. I've got a decent array of guns. I've got 3 mini turrets. Got Durin now with a super sword and shield combo. And I've also upped most people's armour as well. Do need to get some more helmets, that'd be grand. Either way, just need to wait for them to come to us. God, they are ugly buggers, aren't they? Not watching moving STDs. Though if an STD ever made that sound, people wouldn't so much as go and get killed as shoot themselves in the face. Open fire! Why has it stopped? What are they doing? Okay, bit of fuck upness with the pathing, I guess, but I ain't complaining. Okay, are they circling round? Is that what they're trying to do? Yeah, bastards are trying to flank us. Right. There we go. There's a better angle. There we go. Right, that's everybody. So let's check needs. Let's see. Has anyone been freaked out from seeing them? Yeah, observed Migo -40. That's a bit nasty. But fortunately, thanks to the double wedding, we are fairly good as far as mood goes. I definitely want those things gotten rid of as soon as possible. Well, I'm not sure what happened with that pathing, but that did help. I'm just genuinely glad that, because I could have sworn in like Lovecraft lore they did have like bioorganic guns or something. Could have sworn it. And just in case anyone asks, I am still working at getting the tavern, who I did get some very good suggestions for names, and I have chosen its name, but I want to get it up and running before I unveil the plaque, so to speak. It's just going to take a while, unfortunately. I think at least a couple more episodes, but when this is up and running, oh blimey, I am going to have so much money and alcohol and bar fights, and basically life will be better. Some abnormal creatures have arrived. So what the hell's this now? What the ever-loving shit. Dark Young? Wow, okay, if you don't know Lovecraft, these are nasty. These are literally basically the spawn of a god. Yeah, see, young Dark Young, age 550. Age 1000? Okay. But it said abnormal creatures, so presumably they're going to behave more like wild animals. Which means they're going to eat fucking everything. Which also means I can't rely on my base defences just to encourage them in. Well, so long as I don't have any hunting down. Yeah, I don't have any hunting down. Looking at the wildlife tab. Yeah, it's all small game, so nothing I would really want to get sorted. Jackie is going out to gather some components, but it will depend on that. Hopefully, for all I know, hopefully they might have well, I mean, freaking like the Cthulhu mythos, they should have some sort of cannibalistic tendency. We've also finally managed to research basic prosthetics. So now Arimba and Durin, our two peg leg guys, they're finally gonna get a slightly more advanced peg leg. Bionics is way down the road. Oh, and Tony has just given birth. Right, let's take a look at our new little addition to the colony. So here he is, Emmanuel Cephalou. And boy, and he's human, so technically half dwarf. You know, the best of. Let's have a little look-see at your brain. Extremely empathetic and outspoken. Competitive, upbeat, extroverted. Not passionate or aggressive. Oh, okay. Let's check your C. So slow learner, damn, that's annoying. Brown thumb, that's annoying as well. And kind. Okay, and he's got passion for shooting and mining, and has a decent knowledge of construction. Right. Now, I suppose you could call it thematically within the game. I suppose you could call this the result of extreme frickin' bioengineering over many generations and technologies, which is why this kid has popped out technically age 7 and basically fully ready to use the colony. It's entirely because it's a mod. Rimworld is not meant to have kids in it, like at all. But I just think that this makes the game much more interesting because you get the sort of a generational thing, but because time takes so much longer to occur in Rimworld, if Emmanuel was born as a newborn baby, he would therefore be, for basically the entire rest of the game, just not useful. So, at the very least, let's see what work he will be good at. Okay, so Emmanuel is going to be a miner, and he's going to be our backup trader, and also a warden as well, for if and or when the next batch of prisoners turn up. But basically, the idea, I think, is I'm going to make him our freaking tavern keeper. Yeah, newborn, he's already selling alcohol. What a lad. And more importantly, we need to get him armed. He's going to be a bartender, so I wish there was a baseball bat here. But instead, we're just going to have to go with a good old-fashioned shotgun. Yeah, so Emmanuel, or however the hell I'm supposed to pronounce that, it is going to be very slow going because he's not starting off with very many skills at all. He does get a little bit of boost because the game mod sort of works a little bit like, I suppose you could call it Pokemon breeding. You know, he inherits skills from the parents, which is why I started off with construction, what was it? Construction 11, but 0 in some other skills. It's all a little bit based out. Yeah, little Emmanuel is fitting in nicely, doing his work. At the very least, it means Tony won't need to be kept out of harm's way for anymore. Just need to see what happens with Jackie now. Finally, a caravan. It's actually been a while because we were inundated for a while. Now we got this anyway, some more hobbits, and one who I believe is, yep, 12th neonate. Again, there's a, because both of the both the vampire and the werewolf mod, which I've installed, for some reason I think they're taken from, the mod makers must be Eastern European or something, because they're not like classical vampires or werewolves. They're based off of stuff from books which I don't know, so they're not going to behave like you would expect. Ah, but that is interesting. Look, odd dirt patch. This patch seems out of place. Oh, I see. So if a vampire's caught out, they can just dig in the ground and bury themselves. Does make a decent amount of space, and I totally forgot about the Dark Young. Ah! And this one is getting hungry, and the caravan is going to pass it. So hopefully it'll go over the rhinos and get hurt enough to be downed. Because there were 5, and now we're 4, and one's already downed. Fortunately, all these guys are now going to have a psychological issue. Really, Dark Young? Dark Young's -10, that's all. That thing is a -10. Suit cells. Well, like I said, actually the Dark Young might prove a little bit useful, because they will hopefully manage to eat basically all the wildlife outside. Doesn't matter, I don't need to go hunting now, I've got my farming up and running and doing quite nicely. It will hopefully mean that next time there's a raid, if they're hungry enough, they'll go for the raiders, and they might be able to do some serious actual damage. If it wasn't for the psychological debuff, I might say, hey, let's tame one. But I have a feeling that would be the stupidest idea I could ever have. Oh, Dark Young is attacking after being harmed. Oh yeah, there we are. I knew that was going to happen. Well, the hobbits are certainly giving it good. Death in 5 hours. They are trying to run from it though. Go on. Go on, Willibald. Oh, shit me bollocks, really? So, because Julie the Hobbit Burglar died on my map, the Shire relations have now gone down from 23 to 18. And are now going to... These are my monsters. And now it's going to go down because Willibald's going to freaking die, or he kills it. You know what? Good shout. Right, you know what? I'm going to bury Gilly, because traders really don't care when your guys get when their guys get downed. You know, a little bit annoyingly. Okay, so just doing some trading with these guys. Let's see. I haven't really got much stuff I want. It's all a bit expensive, and I can either make better stuff or I will be able to get it later. I'll just trade them some rubbish and get some cash. Nice and easy. Okay, something's definitely going up with these stupid bloody hobbits. They've been hanging around now for ages and ages and ages, and they're actually starting to drop. Not dead. They're starting to drop because of starvation, because they've eaten all the food they came with. So now I'm having to freaking rescue them and give them some of my food. Silly buggers. Oh joy, now another hobbit's being eaten by the freaking Dark Young. And now it's changed from 18 to 13 because this stupid bugger's dead. Why are you guys still here? Go home! Problem is now this thing is stuck in the corridor. I very well may have to go out and deal with these buggers personally. Didn't want to, but it looks like I haven't really got a choice. Because if these guys... I don't know why these guys are still here, because if they're glitched and they're going to hang around until they all starve to death, I'm basically going to go to war with the hobbits because one load of their stupid traders decided to stay here and starve to death. Annoyingly, because these frickin' traders are still here, I'm not going to be able to do my good old-fashioned method of just holding up and getting the gun turrets to take care of them all. Diver, you're the frickin' leader. Lead. Okay, it's on its way. Right. Run like fun. Holy shit, that thing is fast. Oh crap, she's not going to make it. Okay, right, we're going to have to frickin' improvise. Whilst another hobbit passes out. Oh, now these guys decide to leave? Right, you know what? Let's just get the hell out of the way. We don't want to hit these frickin'... You know, why leave now? Why now? Okay, well, it's dead, at least. Let's see, how badly was Diver hurt? Yeah, she was smashed about a bit. It was more when she got shot by a frickin' a Rimba. Idiot. Oh, god damn it. And even one of the hobbits I did manage to save decided to go the longest possible escape route they could and fall down again, starving to frickin' death. Go on, bloody Bennett. Okay, Narancha's the fastest, he can go out and get her. Sodding hobbits. Oh, and of course the ones escaping choose the absolute quickest possible edge to go out of. And I didn't even notice this one just lying here. I completely missed that one. Stupid thing. And we got another one stuck in a loop. They're trying to get on top of the elephant and keep falling off asleep. Bloody morons. Go on, Bennett. Hobbits are fecking dumb. Well, Diver, you led by example. Good on you. Well, that's another dead hobbit decided to die in the corridor where I couldn't see the damn thing. Go on, Bennett. I have no idea what's going on. There's some serious glitching going on there. They're definitely not supposed to behave like that. You know, like lemmings. There we are. Finally, bleeding happened. The one that wouldn't just stop trying to get on the elephant and leave has finally passed out, and I can actually rescue them. And I'm just hoping against hope. Oh no! Please don't tell me. This one that I did rescue is now trying to go around the outside. If like their exit point is like here or something, right at the bottom of the mountain, they're already dead. I might as well just leave them to it. At the very least, if they seem to die once the traders have decided to leave, it doesn't count against me. Hopefully. Oh no, he is actually just going to get eaten by the other Dark Young. And now it's gone down from 13 to 8. So I actually started off relatively fine with these guys, and now it's just absolutely gone to pot because of a combination of these Dark Young and their own damn stupidity. Right, sending everyone out, we're going to deal with this goddamn Dark Young. When I say everyone, I mean those people who are not stupid and or dead. I.e. my guys. Okay, here we go. Go on, Orimba, just run for it. Let the armour take the wax. Go on, Durin, hit it with your sword. Nice one. Right, that's that problem sorted. Now, can these hobbits actually manage to escape and live? And once again, in the exact same spot, they frickin' fall. Again. Oh, maybe it's because the hospital is here, so they're trying to exit from the south of the map. That's the only thing I can think of. Ah! Diplomatic marriage. Word of Narancha's charm has reached Navis, and they've asked for Narancha's hand in marriage. Accepting this marriage proposal will cement relations and strengthen faction ties, but Narancha will leave your faction to join the Dwarven Hill clans. Okay, what's my relationship with those guys? Okay, the Dwarven Hill clans, it's 21. Okay, and Narancha, well, he is kind of a wuss now. He is a good cook, though. And he's one of the people on the night shift. You know what? I'm going to reject that and hope it doesn't put me to war. Minus 21 to 5. Well, it's even more important that we get this pub up and running. Which has taken a hell of a long time, but like I said, I really don't have a choice. Okay, well, this one passed the point of no return. Yes, he actually bleeding well. Oh yeah, because his malnutrition is only trivial. The other one is extreme and didn't even reach the first freaking gate. God. You know what? As far as I can tell, it might actually be worth my capturing them as prisoners just to feed them and then release them anyway. As far as I can tell, that's the only thing I can really freaking do. Because what other choices do I have? They will just keep going in this perpetual loop of escaping and freaking dying. Yeah. Also, I don't know who, but someone built Diver a dwarven throne. I think she did try to point out that, you know, she's a mayor, not a king or a queen, but yeah, this thing turned up anyway. Pretty bloody fancy though. It's a bit annoying though, isn't it, when you have one massive chair that takes up the entire room of your office? Ah, relationships with the Shire have increased, because that Williball guy went from 8 to 20 because he exited the map healthy. Okay, so we started at 23, I think. So, you know what, not too bad, but, you know, all the freaking dead midgets in this pile now. And that's what they do, they get just enough food in them so that they can walk, then they go incredibly slowly through the longest route possible, and then collapse dead somewhere around here. You are a bunch of tiny, tiny morons. Okay, well, I'm going to end our particular little episode there. That was a little bit more of an interesting one. Not as freaking soap opera-y as last time, but hey, we fought off a new breed of demonic alien thing. We got a little bit more progress done. We encountered a bunch of suicidal midgets. And we have our first boy of the colony, Emmanuel. I'm just going to call that because it's a lot easier than trying to figure out what that is to pronounce properly. Either way, for the moment, thank you very much indeed for watching this silly little video of mine. If you enjoyed it, have a little look-see down at the channel, see if there's anything else done which takes your fancy. If so, have a little look-see, by all means, my friend. Subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, please, be wonderful to each other. See you next time.